Hello, let's solve a cave puzzle. This is called Sequences by Matej Uher. I sourced this from GM Puzzles. There's a link in the description. So what we need to do is we need to shade some cells in the grid, and the shaded cells represent the cave wall, and the unshaded cells are the cave itself. The cave needs to be fully connected orthogonally. So if I have something like this and it's surrounded here, even though this could be cave, these are not connected. So this cave here would not be connected to the rest of the cave. And so that wouldn't be allowed. We'd have to connect in some way. And then the shaded cells, the walls, must reach the edge of the grid in some way. So I can't do this surrounded by cave. It would have to reach the wall eventually. Through cell edges. Diagonals don't connect. The clues themselves are always cave. They are never shaded. And they count how much cave is seen, up, down, left, right, including itself. And so we could fulfill this 6 by going, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be 6 seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so we would then need to have wall, the shaded cells surrounding it to prevent it from growing further. So this 6 is fulfilled. And that's it. Those are the rules. I'm going to get started right now. All right, so I'm just going to, just so we can visualize better, I'm just going to green every single clue just from the start. And I find that using X's is really helpful to say that the cave itself isn't going to cross through that border. So if the cave crossed through this border, this 2 would be a 4, which is definitely no good. So that's an X there. And you can basically say, well, the 2 is going to grow 1 and then have shadeds around it, right? And so, and it's going to need a shaded after the place it grows. So we're going to just across every 2, we're going to have an X to represent that we're not going to shade both of those. There's a really good reminder there. These 3s can't connect. This is kind of a different rule where if the 3s connect, that's 4, but it's supposed to be 3, right? So you have this issue where if you go up against another clue, you've grabbed 2 at once, right? So those don't connect. This 3 can't connect to this 4 for the same reason. This 3 can't connect to that 5 for the same reason. I'm looking at the low digits first. The high digits don't usually have that issue. Like this 6 can connect to that 6 just fine. This 6 connects to that 5 just fine, at least for now. All right, so the next thing I'm seeing that I'm going to have to explain is we can't do a checkerboard pattern like this. You can't ever have a 2x2 area be a checkerboard. And that's not in the rules directly, but it's implied because we can prove that by saying if we know that these 2 cave cells, the green ones, need to connect to each other. And the only way they're going to do that is to completely surround one of the wall cells, one of the shaded cells. Either like that, or you try to get around it, but at some point it's gonna surround one of those caves. You can think about that a bit further if you're not convinced, but you cannot do a checkerboard, and you can't even do it on the edge of the grid. Like we can't do this because this can't connect to here off the grid, right? And so we're gonna have to connect around this one, and then that's also gonna be a problem. So as a result, we know the 2, remember the 2 is surrounded by 3 shadeds and 1 unshaded. We're going to have to do that here, one of these 2 options. Otherwise, we end up with 2 shadeds causing a checkerboard. So these 2 are definitely shaded, which means this X is fulfilled. As soon as an X is fulfilled, I like to just remove it to avoid confusion. And now notice that if this were unshaded, we'd have another checkerboard. So that's shaded. That X is fulfilled. This 2 has to grow either here or here to avoid a checkerboard. So that means this is shaded. What else we got going on here? Okay, so these X's are helpful because if we were to have this cave, the X tells us that these both are shaded because we can't have cave go through the X. And that's a checkerboard right there. So this is always shaded. These X's are fulfilled. And we have to avoid this checkerboard, so that's cave. Now, this 3 is going to take one of these two. Definitely. So it's going to grow, it could grow both, but it's going to grow at least one of them, which means it can't go up both of these. So we have an X here. And an X next to, this X is next to a shaded, unshaded, like a pair, right? And so we have to avoid doing this because that's a checkerboard. And it looks like we have to avoid, it's against an opposite pair over here. We have to, so if this were unshaded, this would be shaded. It would make a checkerboard here. So that's definitely shaded. Now we have to avoid this checkerboard, so that's shaded. But it was kind of interesting how that was forced to have both of those shaded. This 3 grows in one of these directions, but it means that we aren't connecting there for sure. Oh, this 2 now does that, which then shades. Now that X is fulfilled. This 3 took 1. What's our next step here? Did we, this 3? No, this, I'm trying to find a clue that's been reduced. Oh, this 3 can't take, I mean, this 3 is not going to take both of these. So there's next here. Always nice to get more X's. Is there something up here that I can do? That I'm seeing. Okay, what's our next step then? Does it have to do with this guy? Huh. What am I not seeing? Okay, so are there any checkerboard danger? Okay, yeah, we have this X against this. It's the same thing. Where if this were unshaded, we'd have to shade this one because of the X. That's no good. So this is shaded, and now the 3 has to grow there, and that's shaded. Okay. This shaded is going to have to get out in order to avoid, in order to, it can't be surrounded by cave, right? So it's going to get out. It's eventually going to beeline to one of these edges, or maybe not even beeline. It's eventually going to meander to one of these edges. But this we have to avoid the checkerboard, so that's shaded. And then you have to avoid a checkerboard here as well, so that's shaded. Or sorry, unshaded. This X is fulfilled. So did this affect? Okay, so yeah, we have to shade this one because this 4 can't join that 5. It would be 5 long. Avoid a checkerboard, but now that's shaded. Okay, that's nice. So now this 3 needs to go down here, and that's shaded. This can't be unshaded. It would be a checkerboard, right? So there. Would also just be completely isolated cave. What's this 4 doing? So even if the 4 went down, it would still have to go right, at least 1. And then we're not going to continue past this line. How about this 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we could go right across. That's the problem, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be done, but then the 6 would just go up or down, and everything would be fine. This 4, oh yeah, it's one of these two. This 4 is done. Oh, okay. It's got to find the right clues that are done, I guess. This 5, it could go right and be done, or it could start going up. This is still going to have to go somewhere. I think if it went down here, this 5 is way too small, right? Does the 5 have a... The 5 doesn't have a required grow... Wait, maybe it has to grow here. Yes. If this was shaded, the 5 only gets 4. Okay, so the 5 definitely grows there. That means this gets out. That's easier to see. What does that affect? The 6 maybe? No. Well, the 6 is only going to get 5 above it. And so it's going to have to grow to the right. Oh, and this isn't going to make it down. Like, going down doesn't help. So this is going to go right twice, and now it hits that edge. Okay, so this is happy now. So the 6 can only get 3 to the right and none below. So it's going to grow at least to there. And that's 5, so it's going to grow to there or there, but not both. Are there any checkerboard issues I need to worry about here? Oh, if this was shaded, it would be isolated, so that's unshaded for sure. Maybe I can complete down here. It seems like it's all walled off, so I bet I can complete this. One of these is shaded. What's going on here? This 4 takes one of these. Is the 5 1 2? Does the 6 have to go left? Yeah, the 6 has to go left. If it only went right and down, it would be a 4. So it has to go left, which finishes the 5. So that X is fulfilled. This is going to have to come down to here in order to get to a wall. 1 2 3 4 5 4. 1. Okay, the 4 is going to go right twice at least. It's going to take that one or that one next. What about this 4? This 4 comes down here. Okay. I feel like we should be able to figure out if this is shaded or not. This 6 maybe? 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, the 6 comes down. And now this 5 is 1 2 3 4. What there's got to be some reason this is resolved. Like nothing else is going to help here. Why am I not seeing it? Oops. That's 5. Oh wait, this 6 is too much. Hold on. Did I mess up the 6? Why was that unshaded? For the 4? 1 2 3 4. Oh, did I mess up? I messed up this. I messed up something. Let me go back. Shoot. Let's just go back to here. Okay. That goes there, and then it has to go there. All right. Let's look at down here first. Okay, here's some logic for you. Since one of these is shaded, whichever one it is going to have to go through this one to get to the wall. Now this 4 finishes. And now this 5 can't go up or down, so it's going to finish just by going like that, and that's a wall. Now the 6 is going to finish like this. And then that's a wall. And now the 4 does that. I think I miscounted the 4 maybe. That's all I did. Okay. That's all finished. I did this a little fast, but this was no good. This is a checkerboard, right? So we're going to finish there. Okay, that bottom right's done. Let's build up here now. Did I miss logic here? 1 2 3 4. So even if we took this one, we still have to grow here. And now we get one of these two. We already did that. This would be an isolated... this would be an isolated cave, so we can't do that. Or wall. This 5 is done, so that's shaded. It's going to have to come out. This 4 just gets one more. So there's definitely an X there. The 7 has 5. So it's going to have to go up 1 because it can't just grab the one below. How about this 6? 1 2 3 4 5. It's going to have to grow up. This 5 has 1 2 3 4 5, so it's done. So now the 7 grabs that one. And now this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, thankfully that all works out. 1 2 3 4 5. This 6 is done as well. Don't make a checkerboard. Don't make a checkerboard. Okay, so what's going on with these X's? We still don't know which one the 2 takes. That was like one of our first deductions. All of my walls are happy. I have to make sure I have connectivity here, but that's really it. We have to avoid this checkerboard and this checkerboard. I don't see any danger of those right now. So what do we do to finish this? This 4 grows 1. We already have the X's to demonstrate that. To an extent. So if the 3 did this, it would cause that. So there's actually an X here as well. Now, do we have a checkerboard issue here? Yeah, so if this was unshaded, these would both be shaded because of the X's. So that's shaded. Now the 4 goes there and shades there. Those X's are all fulfilled. And I feel like I'm so close. I mean, there's only this left to do. I have to... Huh. Oh, this 2 goes up here now. Oops. Now the 3 has this one to the left. I'm going to grab one of these. Okay, so if the 3 shaded this one and finished here, this 4 can't finish. So it doesn't do that. It unshades that one, and then it's done this way. Now the 4 does that. The 3 is done, and then we're done. We connect. Okay. Ooh, I did it. Just under 15 minutes. All right. Yeah, that was an interesting one. A lot of avoiding checkerboards and some careful looking at what numbers are restricted. But yeah, that checkerboard rule, extremely important to know if you're going to solve any cave puzzle. It's always used in all of them. All right, well, how'd you do?